Astronomy, the last chapter in Geography. Yes. So previously we saw about the waterways, airways, waterways and the inland waterways. Today we are going to see about the airways. So airways, any guesses what is this airways? How it has come into existence? Yes, my dear students? Yes, these airways are being the ways which is being developed for the people who are being living a sophisticated life or luxurious life. So those people started enjoying the movement through the airways. Okay, so this is a mode of transport which is called as comfortable and prestigious mode of transport. Okay, so they will be asking for one mark question, which mode of transport is known as the comfortable and prestigious mode of transport. So if it is, option is given waterways, airways, inland waterways and roadways, you are supposed to select the airways. Okay, my dear students, yes. So this airways are being developed in order to cover the areas like which are not reachable by the other mode of transport, like roadways which cannot be reaching, or through railways we are not able to reach those areas. So those areas are being connected through the airways. So examples I'll tell you, like mountains, high mountains. In the high mountains you can find that the people will not be able to reach through the roadways, or they will not be able to reach through the airways, in waterways. So they have opted for the airways. And the desert areas, interior desert areas and dense forest areas and the coastal areas which are having the great easier mode of transport. And they say this airways are being particularly developed in the northeastern part of India. You know why? What is the reason this is being focused particularly in the northeastern India? Any idea, my dear students? So this is an previously asked 5-mark question, that is the northeastern part of India is being considered as the most important or a specific aspect for the development of the airways over there. So answer is, you can find the northern plains are maximum prone areas with the rivers. So maximum rivers you can find. In northern plains we have the Ganga river which has been flowing. In the northwest we have the other rivers that are been flowing. Northeast we have Brahmaputra river. Right? These rivers causes often frequent floods in those areas, right? So when frequent floods are happening, those areas can be connected during that time through the airways. So the airways are most prominent in the areas of northeastern plain. This is one thing. Then you can find the international frontiers were being developed. So for that reason also the airways are being favoring them. And these airways makes the transportation in an easier manner, and time management has been there, right? So if you travel here to Delhi, for example, Chennai to Delhi, if you are moving, it will take how many days in a train? It takes 3 days in a train. In bus, if you are traveling, it is taking more than 5 to 6 days. So when you are traveling through the airways, within an hour or within 1.5 hours, you can reach the destiny. So that is how the airways is time storing and time restricting. That is how the airways is. Then you can find these transportation of airways are being developed through the national aspects in 1953. In the 1953, the air transport was nationalized. So when was the airways nationalized? 1953, the national airways being nationalized. And you can find the nationalization, when it is being done, started operating sidewise, and we started having the Indian Airlines Limited, and along with that we have the Allied Airlines which are being developed, that is for the subsidy of Indian Airlines. Subsidy means to support them, okay, to provide and support to them. It has been started. Then you can find they have been scheduling, they have schedules and non-scheduled airways has been flowing. So we have a proper schedule. Airways, you know very well, right? It will be functioning in such a way that the schedule of the airflow from one place to another, to the destiny, to the arrival, all these things will be described, and they have a proper schedule. And there are another ways in which non-scheduled airways are also being developed. So we'll see the history of the airways now. So you know this airways were being not developed as soon as possible. You might have heard about Wright brothers, those people who have started inventing the airways. And after those things were being done, you can find in India a Pavan Helicopter Limited is a private organization who started utilizing the helicopters for the transportation of goods from one place to the other. So this is how the airways have become a part of the human life to utilize that and transport. Okay, so we can find he has developed like providing helicopter services for oil and natural gas was the first thing that was being done. Soon after the Pavan helicopter that was being developed. Then this helicopter system was also developed in such a way that in a cooperative manner in the offshores. Offshores means in the shore areas where you have oil refineries have been located in those areas. And apart from this, it is also accessible in the areas which is being in the form of a terrain. Terrain means hills is where you will have lot of ups and downs. So those areas also it is connecting, and it also connects the northeastern states and the interior parts of the Jammu and Kashmir. And along with us, you can also see that it also connects Arunachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, which is also connected. And this Indian Airlines been operating even to the neighboring countries, to Pakistan, to Afghanistan. So we have the neighboring countries also connected through the airways, and also the Mid-East Asian countries and Southeast Asian countries for the transportation purpose. So air travel is not only based on the reachability of the luxurious people. It has been started for the welfare of the common peoples to make them utilize these kind of benefits to improve themselves and the economical condition of the nation. So this is what is about the airways, students. I hope you would have understood. Remaining will continue in the next class. Thank you, my dear students.